Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am doing my June TBR. I feel really weird filming TBR videos. I've not done it in so long, but today I thought I'd do a little spin on it and let my cats decide my whole month TBR. I have actually done this before with my cat from back home, but we have got some kittens, so we're gonna let them decide what I'm reading. But to make it a little bit easier for them, we are picking 12 books in total for them to pick from, because I have like 97 books on my TBR, so it might be a little bit overwhelming for them if I just put them all on the floor. So I'm going to let my cats pick what books I am going to be reading this month, but I'm going to kind of make it a little competition. But first, before we get into that, I'm going to be picking 6 books 2 different ways, so 12 in total. The first 6 I'm going to be picking from Lollipop 6. I have all my books titles on here, and then the second 6 books I'm going to pick some Scrabble pieces. I'm probably going to pick 2 to 3, and then with them 3 I need to find a title with them left on it. I'm not too sure how many I'm going to do, 2 or 3, but we will be doing that as a second option. And then we're going to make it a competition between the 2 to see which books I like more, whether it is croissants or conquests. Or conquest is technically also called Connie, so her name might get changed a few times throughout this, but I think I'm going to do it for this month, and I potentially might drag it on until the end of the year, so in total there'll be 12 books to pick from. And I will show you how I'm going to do the marking scheme for that as I have it on my iPad. I'm going to get a little whiteboard to make it a bit easier, but I have both their names on the top. I don't actually know if you can see that or not. I'll put a picture of it on screen, but I have both their names on the top. Then down the side I have ratings, which I have D and F, and then 1 star to 5 stars. So if I have a book that they pick and I D and F it, it is a -1 point for them. So I have a little minus in each of their columns, and I'll just put how many. So if it's 1, I'll put 1, 2, etc, etc. And then for the 1 to 5 stars, for 1 star they get a point, for 5 they get 5 points, and I will just put how many points plus. So if I've only got like 2 5 stars, I'll put plus 10, because that's how many points they have in total from that category. So at the end I'll have a little total, and that's how many points they have for the books that they have chosen. So they're going to be picking the actual books themselves. I have a pack of playing cards, so I have them split into 2 for both the red and then black. And then I have, when I get the books that they picked, I'm going to put 1 of each in, so just 1 random one in each, and then I will put on the floor 2, 1 red or 1 black, and whichever one I go to first and touch, that is the book that I'll be reading, just to make it a little bit more fun for them. And obviously I'll be getting treats and stuff throughout this video, because I don't know how else to give them for them to pick the books. So now I'm going to pick 6 books in total from my little Lollipop stick collection. Okay, oh, I've got it showing onto me. So the first book is Hamnet. It is actually Hamnet. I thought I misspelled it, to be fair. This is the book 1 option. I actually have had this on my TBR for quite a while. I got this when I was living in Nottingham still, and I went to a charity shop randomly and I picked it up because it was literally like 50p, and I was like, you can't go wrong. But I never picked it up like to physically read, so we're gonna get a playing card, and then I'm trying not to look at the playing card, but it's just going into the book on the bottom and the first page. Second book that is competing against is, does that have anything on it? It does. It is Time is a Killer. I've tried to read this a few times, and it is one of the books that I probably have had on my TBR for the longest time going, for a while, and I think it's time I need to actually read it at some point, because I keep getting it on my TBRs, then I don't read it, and then I still have it. I'll pick our card and then pop it inside. Then we're going to go and pick our second lot to pick from. So our third book is... I do have some blanks in here as well, just so I can actually like choose a book as well, you know. Oh, oh, oh. Right, whoever's picking this, if they don't pick this. This is Connie, also known as Conquest. It's a little black and white cat. It's so adorable. I'll put you back down. And then you're gonna see Croissant. I think you can probably tell what Croissant looks like just by his name. This is Croissant. It's adorable, aren't you? Aren't you? You're adorable. I'm gonna go and pick our fourth book for them to pick from. Oh, you're adorable. So I have seen this already, but it is The Cruel Prince, which I don't know whereabouts I have this on my shelf. Oh, it's actually down here. The Cruel Prince. Let's pick another book. I think that's a blank. That is a blank. That means I get to pick whatever book I want, but we're going to pick whatever option is going to be against first. Okay, that was shown to me. This is Legendary by Stephanie Carter, which, to be fair, the other day I was literally thinking about this book, but now I need to go and pick a book that I want on my TBR this month. Like, of any, I can pick any book. So shall we have a little look see? I don't know what like genre I want. Have my 26 books I want to read this year on there, and I've not really read many, so I want to look at that and see if there's any on there. They are literally just in my bookshelf. You can literally see them on the bottom shelf, there's both of them. They're gonna knock them all over. I picked The Only One Left by Riley Sager. So the first half of the video has been done and the books have been picked. We are reading Hamnet, which Croissant picked, Anatomy, which Conquest picked, and Legendary, which Conquest also picked. So let's pick 3 titles. I'm just going to pick them and then we can show you when we get in there what they all are. So we've got the letter R, A, and Z. Okay. This is a really easy one, isn't it, guys? Hello. It's got the treats up there, isn't it? It's got the treats up there. If you give me a few minutes, we can get you some more treats. I don't know what to do with Z, because I don't think I've got many books with this letter in the book title. Right, I don't have any books that I can see with the Z in the title, so we're just going to take this one out and just use the other 2, which is R and A, which I feel like we could find probably hundreds. So now we just need to pick 2 books that have R and A in the title. Sorry, I thought a delivery was coming, so I just took my camera off. But we have picked the 2 books. The first one we picked is The Anti-Wedding Party, which is about 2 people who had to go to a wedding for their best friends, but neither of them want to go because they've had bad experiences from weddings. That one does sound very interesting and a very cool little romance. And the next one is a bit different to that, where it is The Martian by Andy Weir. I've not really read any of the blurb about this, to be fair, and I kind of just want to go into it a bit blind because I did that with the read it Hail Mary and I really enjoyed it, so I kind of want to go into this one a bit blind if I do go through this. So that is the first two books that I'm getting picked from. We're just going to do two, I think it'll be easier. Oh, that's a 1, which is E. Number 2, which is R. Okay, so R and E. Why do I keep getting R's? I don't know. Now let's pick 2 books again. So it's mainly just this whole shelves, and I've got a couple on top of this bookcase that are like also books that I want to on my TBR, so we may just begin with them too. Let's go and have a little look. Right, we're going to pick 2 books that are on my 26 books to read this year, which the first one is Divine Rivals, which has both R and E in, and it's in different words as well, which is like the main thing I'm going to look for, is that it's not in the same word, unless obviously the title's only like a 1-word title, then that's okay. But the next one is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I just have a bookmarking because I have already started it a while ago, but I didn't get that far in. So this is the next one. Now we are going to go and pick our last 2 books. Let's pick. Okay, we have got 2 tiles. So the first one is F, and then the second one is E again. We do love the E's, the R's today, don't we? We just keep getting the same letter twice. Okay, there was one book that I wanted to pick that was I wanted them to pick, but they didn't pick, so it is going again for round 2, which is the only one left. It has F in the last word and E in 2 of the words, so this is one of the options. I don't know what to pick as the last option. Right, I do have a few books that have like F's and stuff in, but it's like part of the series and I've not read the first book, and the first book doesn't have an F in, so obviously this is like narrowed it down to like, it's narrowed it down very very quickly. But I've got 2 options. I could either do The Flat Share or Cleopatra and Frankenstein, but I think I'm leaning towards the Cleopatra and Frankenstein book. So we are going to pick this book as our second option. the cats have decided what they wanted as the last 3 book options. I know Conquest technically picked 2 of them and Croissant only picked 1, but what I'm doing is with the last one, he didn't want a treat. I think he may have had too much to eat, so he sniffed one side twice, whereas the other side he only sniffed once, and then Conquest decided to eat the side that he sniffed, so I went with that one just because of that reason. The first book we have is The Anti-Wedding Party, which I believe was Conquest. I think Conquest picked this one. I believe Conquest did pick this one. I'll let you know if it did. Obviously you'll see in the picture who picked it, but I think Conquest picked this one, which I can't wait to get into. It's just a little bit easy, like an easy read. It doesn't look too big of a book. Also, the fact it's getting to summertime, I want to read a few romances, and this looks like a perfect book for that. And then the second book I got picked, which Croissant actually did pick, is Define Rivals, which I've wanted to read for so long. I've just not been able to. Not that I've not been able to, I just haven't. I don't know why I haven't, but I haven't. So this is my next book that I will be reading, which I can't wait for. Which Croissant did 100% pick that one. The last one was a bit of a they both helped each other pick, but this is the only one left by Riley Sager, which is actually a really interesting book. I didn't think I was going to get this one, to be fair. It was on here twice, so it did have 2 chances, but I just didn't think I was going to end up getting it. But I can't wait to read it. I can't wait. I cannot wait to read this book. It sounds really interesting, so I just want to read it now. Basically, I want to read it now. That is my cats picking the books that I will be reading in June, and I think I will update my little table of what they have, basically what I review the books. I'll put points down for them. Not this month, but going forward they'll only be picking 1 book each, and I think I will do a little vlog on the book that they picked, like me reading both of them in a video and seeing which one I prefer, what the reviews are like on them. I think that'll be like a little fun video idea to do for the next few months as well. But that is what I have like planned a little bit for the end of like rest of this year. Obviously I don't know how it's gonna go, but we'll see. But that is my video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be back hopefully soon. I definitely want to come back a bit more now, but anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.